Testing 1, 2. Check, check. More technical difficulties. I think we're back rolling again, but we are beginning the fourth quarter, and Emmaus has made a tremendous run. Got within 5 points. It's now a 10-point lead for Faith. They steal the ball. Keepers to Costello, who lays it in. Katie Costello, that's her first basket. Zach Kirkman pulled his starters out. They started the third quarter off somewhat poorly, couldn't seem to get the ball in the basket. He put 5 bench players in, and then Emmaus went on a run and got within 5. The starters back in have lengthened that lead back to 12. And Emmaus loses the ball on the baseline. That was Jansen down there for the Emmaus Eagles. So 9.5 minutes. Here's Costello for 3, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds by Faith, I believe. That was Tushaya Keepers down there on the baseline who knocked it out, and Faith back to their press, which was very effective in the first half. The ball stolen away by Keepers. Now here's Michaela Jones, steps through, can't get the shot to go, but is fouled, and will go to the line to shoot a couple. So Faith with a 20-point halftime lead, and I believe the score was 47-42 at some point, which would be a 5-point lead. See if I can go back and look at that. Regardless, the lead is 12 and now 13. Michaela Jones, after the starters came back in, hit 2 3-pointers in a row that kind of lengthened the lead. Now she hits a free throw and has another one coming. It's good as well. Ball thrown away. I'm still looking for that score, and I can't find where it was and what the score was exactly. Costello for 3 after the turnover, no good. Binkin follows, and then Keepers knocks it out of bounds for Faith. So Emmaus will get it back, trailing now by 14, thanks in big part to 8 points by Michaela Jones. Barrett has it, and it comes to Mulgrew, and now the ball tipped away. Faith almost stole it, not able to, and now they do as Binkin gets in the passing lane, brings it down the floor. Over to Wacker, baseline shot, no good, but a foul will be called. I think that's on McKenna, and if so, that's her 4th personal. And Emmaus has no subs on the bench. Hopkins went out injured. They had only 6, and that is indeed the 4th foul on Aaron McKenna. Whitney Wacker, first free throw, rims out. She has another one. Whitney has 11 points in this contest up to this point. And that one rims off, and the rebound is chased down by Emmaus, and then their their pass is intercepted. So Faith has it back. Keepers in the corner. Now Wacker drives down the lane, kicks to Michaela Jones for 3. It's good again. No 3-pointers in the first half for Michaela, but 3 here in the second. Ball knocked out of bounds. Emmaus has it back now, tipped away by Keepers. Pass it over to Costello, who lays it in. Katie Costello, 16 at halftime, now has 20, and the lead is back up to 19. 64-45, Faith leading. We'll take a break. Went back and did some checking during the timeout, and it was 47-42 Faith with 1:10 left in the third quarter, and that was a 20-5 run out of halftime. But since starters went back in, they now have a 19-point lead, 64-45, and since that time, Emmaus has scored just 3 points, and Faith has scored 17. Faith lengthening their lead. Now the ball stolen away. Michaela Jones comes out of there with it for Faith. Costello for 3, rims out, rebound, flipped back inbounds, and Michaela Jones is able to run it down near the sideline on the far side. Binken gets her shot blocked, but also gets fouled, and Miriam will go to the line to shoot a couple here. First shot is good by Miriam. The freshman, Ledyard, Iowa, is where she calls home. 6 foot, plays in the middle a lot for the Eagles this year. Started all year long. She misses her second of 2 free throws. And here's Emmaus getting the ball stolen. Binken ahead to Costello, stops and lays it in. A little hesitation, and Costello, who didn't score for a while in the second half, now has 6 and 22 in the game. Faith steals it again. Keepers dumps it down to Binken, who lays it in. Miriam now with 11. And a foul is called. That, I believe, is going to go on Michaela Jones. It does. It's her third. 69-45 our score. Faith shooting 37% from the floor. They have put 70 shots in the air. Koo has it. And then I looked down momentarily. Was that traveling, maybe? I don't think it was a foul, so it was a turnover of some sort. Faith has it back, leading by 24. Jones for 3, no good this time. Costello, though, chases it down for Faith. Wacker back to Michaela Jones, steps back. A 3 is good. Well, in the first half, Katie Costello had 4 3-point baskets. And now Michaela Jones is taking her turn. She has 4 threes here in the second half. And a 10-second call on Emmaus, and the pass was released from McKenna's hands, but it wasn't caught till after 10 seconds had expired. Michaela Jones thought about another 3, instead kicks it out to Shia Keepers. While Wacker has it, Costello. Binken, the baseline shot is good. Miriam Binken, 5 in this half, 13 in the game. Barrett has it. Now McKenna, only 3 seconds to get across the line. They do. A fake and then a shot misses by Jansen. I think I called Katie Jansen Barrett a moment ago. Number 12, number 21. In my mind, I sometimes get those mixed up. And this is Jansen, free throw, no good. That foul, by the way, was on Miriam Binken, just her first foul of the night. 5:44 to go in this one. Second free throw missing as well. Pass ahead to Keepers, and she shoots it in. Shia Keepers with 8, 4 points in each half. And that pass is stolen away by Wacker. Keepers has it again and lays it in again. 2 baskets in quick succession for Keepers, and it's 78-45. So the hopes that Emmaus had of pulling off the upset as they pulled to within 5 are probably dashed now, as Faith with a 23-point lead. A steal by Costello, and she lays it in. It almost rolled off, but went in, and timeout is called with 4:56 to go. 80-45, our score. Well, Faith subs 5 players in at the timeout, and with 4:50 to go, we'll see if Emmaus is able to make another run. They were red hot in their shooting during that stretch. Shot missing there, and another one missing by Mulgrew. And here comes Faith the other way. Steffens kicks it out. And now shooting it is Cromie, missing. And Kayla Steffens tries to tip it back inbounds. She did manage to tip it and get it inbounds, but her foot was on the end line. And so Emmaus gets it back. This is Barrett. And she throws it away. Intended for Erin McKenna. Erin, we said, the leading scorer for Emmaus. She's right at her average. She has 15 and is the leading scorer. Barely. Jansen has 14 for Emmaus. Hecker for three, no good, bounding high off the rim and goes out of bounds. I believe Barrett was the last one to touch that for Emmaus. So Faith will get it under their own basket, just a little under 4 minutes left in this game. And traveling called on Stephens. Kayla starting her move. Referee felt like she got her feet going before the ball was out of her hands. And so that gives it back to Emmaus. McKenna gets it to Mulgrew. Now McKenna has it back. Her shot is blocked. And Kayla Stephens felt like she got all ball. However, there's no appeals process when the referee calls a foul. That's what it is. McKenna shoots in the free throw. So she has nudged her total for this game up over her season average of 15.5. Hard to score exactly 15.5 in one game. She is now at 17, and the score is 80-47. Hecker gives to Cromie. Shot from the corner, no good. Rebound into the hands of the black-clad Eagles from Dubuque. McKenna, long three is good. Well over her season average now as she has 19 points for Emmaus. Hecker for three, no good. Rebound chipped around, and Faith comes out of there with it. Widman had it. And now Cromie misses, and the ball goes out of bounds with 2:53 to go. A couple more subs coming in for Faith. Number 12, that's Alyssa Stephens. And somebody else came in. I think that's Emily Kletchka. It is number 1. Down the lane, shooting and hitting is Barrett. Rachel into double figures with 10. Cromie gets inside the defense, can't get the shot to go. And the rebound in the hands now of McKenna. Erin McKenna passes it off to the side to Jansen. And now Barrett. Shot blocked there as Koo got it towards the rim. Her teammate caught it and missed, and then McKenna shoots in another three. 4 3-point baskets for McKenna in this game. She's by far the leading scorer now. Kletchka with the rebound after the miss by Hecker, and the ball then goes out of bounds. Kletchka couldn't get it through the basket, and it went out of bounds, and with an 80-55 deficit looking them in the face, Emmaus brings the ball up the floor. No available subs for Emmaus. There's a three on the way, and it's good by Jansen. That's her third three of the game, and she hit 2 threes in the midst of that run where Emmaus got within 5 points. She hits another one. Stephens. The Alyssa Stephens. Passed the ball to the far side, shot missing, and coming up on a minute to play here in this first of 2, Faith men will play against the Emmaus men here. Tip time scheduled for 6 o'clock. Shot missing there as Erin McKenna was trying to get another one to go. Alyssa Stephens drives, bank shot, won't go. Mulgrew with the rebound, and then a foul on Faith, and that is the 5th team foul, so it'll be 2 shots here for Sydney Mulgrew. Sydney got the first 4 points of the game for Emmaus. She has not scored since, but he has an opportunity here. She might not have even shot since then. But she has a couple of free throws coming here. First one missing. Sydney Mulgrew, a chance to add to her point total. And does so as she hits the second of 2, making it 80-59. Inside, Hecker gets a contested shot to go. Esther now with a 3-point basket, a 2-point basket, and a free throw. So that equals 6 points for Esther on the night. McKenna has the ball tipped away, and looks like it was Widman who came up with that one for Faith. Now the ball thrown away. Here comes Barrett the other way, and she lays it in. Rachel Barrett, a nice second half, has 10 points. And now Faith doesn't even have to get it across the timeline, as there were 9.8 seconds remaining in the game when they got the ball inbounds. And we have reached a final score of 82-61. Quickly, we'll give you some stats before we sign off and take a break before the guys' game. Here are the scoring totals for Faith. 5 different players in double figures tonight, led by Katie Costello, who had 24, 15 for Michaela Jones, including 3 3-point baskets, 13 apiece for Marion Binkin and Tashia Keepers, 11 for Whitney Wacker. And then off the bench, Esther Hecker with 6. On the other side, Erin McKenna, the leading scorer with 23. Kate Jensen, a nice second half, ended up with 17, also in double figures for Emmaus. Rachel Barrett with 12. 5 for Sydney Mulgrew, and then 4 for Nellie Hopkins. The shooting stats as far as percentage was not was very similar. In fact, Emmaus shot the ball better from the floor. 23 of 55, almost 42%. Faith just 32 of 87, 36.8%. Say then, why did Emmaus lose by 21 points? And the answer is Faith shot 87 times, they shot 55, and a big part of that was turnovers. 40 turnovers in the game for Emmaus, 19 for Faith. So there's 20 more possessions for Faith, and then 22 offensive rebounds and just 8 for Emmaus. And Faith wins the first annual Pat Dewar Trophy, which will be rotated back and forth to the winner of this contest in the future. And we mentioned earlier, but I think we were not on the air, Pat Dewar, the first ever women's basketball coach here at Faith. 45 years of women's basketball now, and Pat was the coach in that first year, and I think maybe a year or two after that as well. And so a trophy in her honor will be retained by the winner of this rivalry game each year. And the men's team also has a trophy, and it's called the Chaplain's Cup. And this is kind of armed services night here. Some member of the National Guard are here, and also we have a mascot here named Crash. He's some team in Des Moines. I have to look it up. Maybe a hockey team? I'm not exactly sure. I'll look that up and let you know when we get to the men's game here in a bit. But that'll be about 20 minutes from now. We'll see you on the other side.